Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. This video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Aquariuses. Hi guys. So before I get into the specific transits and what I channeled, basically what you're looking at right here is what you guys can expect to be feeling walking into the month of December, okay? And then as we go along, I will be updating the changes that will be happening. So the overall energy for my collective, for my Aquariuses, basically, I feel like I'm picking up on work energy. If I got to be honest with you guys, that's what I'm feeling. I'm seeing this ladder. I feel like there's this energy of how can you get to where you want to go? How can you climb up the ladder? There's something about seeing something you guys love or something you guys feel passionate about and you want to know how to get there. So maybe there's something you're currently doing in your life for work. And if it's not work related, then there's just something that's maybe lacking. But now there's just something you guys see. I don't know how to describe it. That has caught your eye, and it's like you want to go for that. And there's something about like your higher self is encouraging this. There's like these little nudges of inspiration on how to get there. So there's the themes you can expect. The themes you guys can expect this month. Standing out from the crowd. I feel like it's a work crowd. I just do. If it's not, maybe it's your local community. Maybe it's your social networking, like your friends or people you guys usually hang out with. And maybe you guys just feel secluded during this time. There's this energy of learning. There's a big emphasis on learning and taking notes and learning how you guys can do better. Learning what you guys truly value. There's also a paranoid energy, something about not trusting others And I'm also getting this in return. So it's almost as if like you guys don't trust other people and in return they don't trust you. There's definitely an energy of being separated from other people this month. So if it's not physically, it's just like you guys feel this emotionally. So you guys could be, you know, with a group of people, but you feel like you're alone. There's this energy of feeling like you don't understand people and or possibly trusting them is what I'm picking up on. And there's definitely an energy of self-reflection going on this month. Being able to see how you can go about getting something you want and being self-aware of trying to balance your yin and yang energy. So the yin and yang energy, there's something about your masculine and your feminine energy coming through. All right, so let's get to it. So on December 1st, and with whatever dates I give you guys, just make sure to double check this on your own. You know, I may be off by a day or two, but I think for the most part, it's pretty much on point. So December 1st, Mercury will be entering Capricorn, and this is in your guys' 12th house. So the energy I'm channeling here that you guys will be feeling, going into your own psyche, your own mind. I'm picking up on the Hangman in tarot. So it's like the cave. And when I think of also the cave sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes there could be Capricorn energy here, trying to figure out your own thoughts, okay? So there's Saturn in Pisces, is what I'm picking up on. So Saturn is in Pisces in your guys' second house. And there's this energy of trying to figure something out in order to manifest it. Having hope, faith in something you guys have in mind that you may love or really want. Giving it to the universe. So there is this energy, once Mercury's in Capricorn, of really trying to go for something you guys want, after giving it some thought. I feel like the thought talks about like the strategy, something like that. So, oh, that's right. There was this energy of you guys throwing a cross into the sky. So, I take these things, these visions as symbolism. I don't take them literally. So when I see like somebody throwing like a cross into the sky, the energy was like you guys giving it to the universe, like your hope and your faith. Like you're just like you're just giving it to the universe to do something with it. Like you guys have faith in something, but maybe you guys are unsure where it goes or how to go about it. So then there's this traffic light, you know, the red, yellow, green, and you want to figure something out. Again, I think it goes back to how you want to go about something. So you guys may feel like you need help from the universe, and this is why you guys are kind of throwing the cross in the sky the way that you guys are, because it was very passionate. And this is also definitely picking up on the energy for the other transits, which is December 2nd, Mercury in Capricorn is going to be sextiling Saturn in Pisces. Okay, there we go. So a sextile it's an easy energy, but it is an energy that requires you to do something. And if you do that something, it's like, it's whatever that something is that you want, it's going to come to you easily. So a trine would be a blessing. It comes so easy to you that you may not even realize it's a blessing. Whereas a sextile is definitely something you have to put in work with. You can't not put the work into it, otherwise you won't get it. But if you put the work into it, you will get it. So so what I just discussed that I channeled is picking up on the transit Mercury in Capricorn in your guys' 12th house, sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your second house, which speaks of the second house, the things you guys value. These are the things, this could also be your wallet as well, your money. Or maybe like the things that are just as valuable as money to you guys, but not actual money. And then it's also picking up on the transit on December 3rd, Venus in Libra in your guys' ninth house, squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your 12th house. So yeah, when I think of the ninth house, I think of learning, I think of higher knowledge, I think of spirituality, right? And you guys have this in Libra, and nonetheless, the transit, the Venus is in here. So there's something about a higher octave of love, unconditional love. So, and it's squaring Pluto in your mind. Wow, that's crazy. You guys have had Pluto in your 12th house. That's a rough transit, right? I can't even imagine the mindset that has changed for you guys over the last few years, right? The last few years, oh my God, what am I saying? 20 years. Whew. Anyway, so this is where the difficulty lies in for you guys to figure something out. This is why I'm picking up on the cave, you know? It's like you guys are deeply invested in your mind on how to create something, how to manifest something. And there's like this difficult energy with how to go about it or how to actually do it, I feel like. But it's something that you guys genuinely love, I feel like. Or you want to do something you guys genuinely love. There is a passion here, but maybe you guys are unsure what it is. Something like this is going on. December 4th, Venus enters Scorpio. So here we go. So now Venus is leaving Libra and it's going into Scorpio in your guys' 10th house. And this is why I'm telling you, I feel like this is related to your career. So I was channeling a bridge. I was seeing this bridge, okay? And anytime I see a bridge, I feel like it's always connected to Libra energy. And the reason for this is there's something about the spiritual plane connecting with the earthly plane where you just get those intuitive hits and those intuitive, lovely feelings that you just can't really explain, that come out of nowhere, but you just feel the way you do. So there's something about this where you guys see something you want and you want to get there. You literally are standing there and you see this path, but then I see another path. And there is this thing with Libra energy where, excuse me, it's kind of similar in the sense to Gemini energy where, you know, Gemini energy will question itself, because it just thinks, it likes to see all sides to every perspective. And it can kind of just get out of hand. It could just be like this never-ending loop. And there's something to be said about that with Libra energy where it can be undecisive. So I feel like that's what I'm picking up here, where there is just options and choices, where you guys see two nice paths, but which one do you guys want? And you're unsure. Like it's not that easy and it causes a frustration. So there's something going on here with this transit, Venus leaving Libra and it going into Scorpio. And I do believe that you guys are, you know, these energies that I'm picking up on, where it's like two paths, you guys are definitely picking up on the energy of Venus and Libra as well as Venus and Scorpio. And you may be thinking, well, how is that possible? Because it's either one or the other. I don't think that's necessarily the case because it's not black or white. When a planet is leaving one house and entering the other, you just, I'm sorry to say, but you can't tell me that this energy is no longer there. It cancels out completely. There's got to be a little bit left over before it is completely and 100% into the new energy of the next zodiac sign. So yeah, that's also, if you think about how we evolve as people, right? It's slowly over time. It's not just like, here we go, we're evolved. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. And the same can be said with planets going into the next house, the next zodiac sign. And these are two extreme energies, like two different ones. You know, Venus in Scorpio is very passionate. It's very deep. It wants to be one. And Venus in Libra is, you know, I think both of these energies are beautiful, but they're just very different if you think about it, because Venus in Libra is harmony and peace and wanting to please, and it's beautiful. And with Venus in Scorpio, it may not be as clear, it may not be as beautiful, because it just feels, because this is water energy and this is air energy. Okay. And I felt like I was also channeling Pallas Athena, this asteroid right over here, which is in Scorpio. It's coming through how to cross the bridge, how to get to what it is you guys want. I see you guys figuring it. I see you guys figuring it out, and it might feel a little heavy. I'm picking up on 10 of Wands in tarot. And just to be clear, I didn't pull any tarot cards, but this is just what I'm channeling for you guys. So let's see. December 5th, Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house is trining Saturn in Pisces in your 2nd house. So like I just said before, trines are blessings. This energy comes easily. So there's something with this energy for you guys about either how you can make your money, or what it is you guys want to do for money. All right. And I'm saying this because the 10th house is looked at as the career, your legacy, you guys on a stage in front of people, right? Because if you think about people and their legacies, it's because we're watching it in some type of way. That's why I'm saying it's a stage. And the 2nd house speaks to the things you guys value, as well as your wallet, your money. 2 different ways of looking at it. December 6th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces in your guys' 2nd house. Now, technically it's going to be in retrograde December 1st, okay? And then 6 days later, it goes direct. I truly believe, this is just my opinion, that you guys will be feeling this energy, the direct energy, by December 1st. I feel like things will be more clear than unclear. And so this is why I did not write RX. I did not write that it's in retrograde. I wrote it as direct because I feel like the overall energy will be direct by the time you're entering December. So December 7th. So the transits I'm speaking of right now that I'm not discussing in my channeled messages, I'm going to get to it in 2 seconds. December 7th, Mercury is in Capricorn in your guys' 12th house. It is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 4th house, okay? And then on December 9th, Venus in Scorpio in your guys' 10th house is in opposition to Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 4th house. And then on December 11th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house is sextiling Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house. So all of those energies I just discussed, now I'm going to channel it all together. So the energy I'm getting is Saturn in Pisces energy with clarity. I'm getting this Mars in Pisces energy, but with a knowing. So when I say Mars and Pisces energy, I always picture it like when we're driving and there's a lot of fog on the street, so it's kind of hard to drive. So that is what I was channeling, but yet somehow there's still a knowing how to drive straight or clearly. And this has to do with intuition. So it's almost as if there's no fog, but technically there is fog. So I see you guys walking through these rocky mountains with headphones on. So anytime I see headphones or music, instantly it's Neptune energy I'm picking up on, which again relates back to Pisces energy. So I'm picking up heavy Pisces energy, your 2nd house here. So let's see, walking through the Rocky Mountains with headphones, there's Neptune energy towards something you guys love. I see other people there too. You guys are trying to balance your feminine and masculine energy, but your masculine energy basically is in hunter mode and it can't act as feminine as it wants. I feel like your divine feminine energy tries to console you or give you intuitive hits of motherly loving energy, like it's going to be okay. And you guys feel this on some type of intuitive level and you appreciate it, but you put it on the back burner. So you may act more masculine during this time in order to get something you guys want, as it probably relates to work. So again, all of that I just channeled was based off of the following transits. December 5th, Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house, career, is trining Saturn in Pisces in your 2nd house. So there is some type of blessing going on here, right? Then December 6th, the following day, Neptune goes direct in Pisces in your 2nd house. Then the following day, December 7th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 4th house. So far we have a lot of blessings. We have a lot of easy energy. All right. Then December 9th, Venus in Scorpio is in opposition to Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 4th house. Okay. So this is the only difficult aspect I'm picking up on so far. And oppositions work well together. It's just they're a little bit difficult to, they're two opposite energies that can work really well if you bring them together. So there's something about your career and your home life, okay? And then December 11th, Mercury in Capricorn is sextiling Venus in Scorpio. So Mercury in Capricorn in your 12th house, sextiling Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house. So there's literally only one difficult energy that is going on, and it has to do with this opposition energy. I just want to see something really quick. So the fact that I'm picking up on this hunter mode, this energy of acting more masculine than feminine, I feel like we act this way when we're in survival mode, right? When we, either when we have to, we feel like we're in a situation where we have no choice and we have to do this in order to I don't know, in order for a certain outcome to happen, or it's, you know, survival mode, like in order to survive, or it's in order to win, right? That's another masculine, imbalanced masculine energy, in order to conquer, in order to win something. And I feel like with all those transits, something is talking about how to get something you guys want. It could be in regards to money. It could be moving up the ladder, because again, I am channeling a ladder. I am literally seeing that. So, and I do think it has something to do with learning how to figure out how to get to where you guys want to go. And I think it involves the workplace. Okay. All right, so December, oh, okay, and getting back to that masculine energy, you guys are willing to go for what it is you guys want, and you're not going to get anything less, okay? That's what I'm picking up on. You guys may feel like you have a strategy, and you're going for it. All right, so December 12th, new moon in Sagittarius in your 11th house. So we're going to write new moon. Perfect, okay? Either that same day or the following day. So it's either December 12th or December 13th. Mercury then goes retrograde in Capricorn in your guys' 12th house. Now, I'm laughing because I love how the universe works like that. I'm being facetious because you guys have the new moon in Sagittarius in your 11th house. So what does the new moon speak of? It's usually something new to manifest into your life, right? Something beautiful is happening. It's like new energies. And then Mercury goes into retrograde the following day or that same day, probably a few hours later. So Mercury retrogrades speak of, think about this some more. So it's like whatever you guys manifest, it's almost as if you guys are going to like rethink, like, wait, was this a good idea? Something like that will be unfolding. It's like the universe is like probably convinced you guys to go for something. And then now it's going to be like, rethink this some more, you know? So the energy I'm channeling here between these two is the Fool in Tarot. I'm getting, in order to take a leap of faith in something, or believing in yourself or whatever this is, it requires you to free yourself from how you currently see things. You guys may want to proceed with caution is what I'm getting, because it's concerning something you guys like. It's something you're unsure about. So 11th house can be looked at as your deepest dreams, your deepest desires and your dreams, okay? It's also a house where you guys make money, like how you guys make money. So again, I think it is connecting to work. And if I'm wrong, you know, definitely let me know. I am curious, but I'm thinking it's work related, and there may be something new that you're thinking of doing, but you may be too nervous about actually taking the chance, like, or risking, you know, like maybe it's a risk because maybe you'd have to quit your job, you know, or maybe it requires you moving, something like that. Because I do see Uranus in retrograde and Jupiter in retrograde in your guys' fourth house in Taurus. So I would think that while you guys have had these transits going on in your fourth house, especially with Jupiter here, there's something about moving or thinking about moving. I'd be shocked if you guys said no. There's something here. I shouldn't say that, but this is what I would think anyway. So yeah, there's something about taking a leap of faith in something and changing how you guys see something. So since this is Sagittarius energy in your guys' 11th house and the new moon is here, you guys may be very dogmatic about how you guys see something, okay? And then Mercury going retrograde in Capricorn, let alone in your 12th house. This is that energy of, that's kind of like forcing you guys to rethink how you guys see something. Sorry, I'm just looking at your guys' chart again. Okay, so December 16th, I feel like I said that word, December 16th, we have the Sun in Sagittarius, and it is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your second house. So Sun in Sagittarius in your 11th house, and it is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your second house. Then December 18th, we have Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your 12th house, and it is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 4th house. We then have Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house, opposition Uranus in retrograde in Taurus in your 4th house. And then December 20th, we have Vesta in retrograde going into Gemini, into your 5th house. So the energy I ended up channeling with all those transits I just listed with to you guys, being different from the group, standing out or feeling like you stand out or are different in some kind of way. And then I'm seeing the yin-yang energy again, trying to balance your guys' energy, going towards something you see you want that maybe you held yourself back from for one reason or another, and I'm seeing you guys come up with a plan. I am seeing difficulty with balancing your guys' energy. And again, I feel like it goes back to that masculine energy, seeing something you guys want, being a hunter, quote unquote, and, you know, you're going to go for it. So I feel like getting back to these energies with the Mercury going in retrograde in your 12th house, and there being a new moon in Sagittarius in your 11th house, your deepest desires and dreams, whatever this is, you guys are going for it. So what could this be about? So the new moon is in Sagittarius. The ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter, and it's in your guys' 4th house. Like I said, I feel like it has to do with the workplace. I don't feel like it has to do with home, but maybe it does. Maybe it has to do with relocating. Okay. Mercury being in retrograde. Where's Saturn in your 2nd house? I feel like it's work related, but maybe it's about relocating, moving, or just something that gets your heart going. This is what I'm getting. Something you guys are passionate about. So anyway, let's see. Wait, I want to go over those transits again. So the sun is in Sagittarius and it's in your guys' 11th house. It is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 2nd house. So the square, that indicates a karmic lesson. It creates some type of block in some type of way. And the sun illuminates things. Neptune can be your intuition. It can also be an illusion. So there's something about not being able to see something clearly here on December 16th. But then 2 days later, December 18th, Mercury in Capricorn in retrograde is trining. So there's a blessing here. Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 4th house. And then December 20th, Venus in Scorpio opposition. Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house opposition Uranus in retrograde in Taurus in the 4th house. And then Vesta goes into Gemini in your 5th house. And it's in retrograde. So I feel like with this Venus opposition Uranus in the 4th house, something may happen suddenly. Or this could be a sudden download from spirit, where it's like you feel that nudge to just go for something and you're just going to do it. All right, December 21st, Sun enters Capricorn in your guys' 12th house. So and then December 21st, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn is sextiling Pisces. I'm sorry, sextiling Saturn in Pisces in the 2nd house. And then that same day, Sun in Capricorn is conjuncting Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn. And then December 23rd, Mercury in retrograde again in your guys' 12th house is going into Sagittarius in your 11th house. This is on December 23rd. And then on December 24th, Sun in Capricorn in your guys' 12th house is sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So I feel like there's, based off the transits I just said, like deep thought, like grounding thoughts, manifesting thoughts, like how to make something a reality is what I'm picking up on. However, what I channeled was there is this energy of wanting to be grounded with doing something new, but at the same time wanting to move fast. And this is what you're trying to balance within. it creates stress, but you're connected with your higher self during this time, and knowing you need to be grounded and going slowly with something new. It's the Fool in tarot, but with a turtle. And then I'm also seeing monkey bars. So there's like childlike inspiration going on. So that's interesting. So hold on one second. I want to say this again. So there is this energy of wanting to be grounded with something, with doing something new, but at the same time wanting to move fast. And this is what you guys are trying to balance within yourselves, and it creates stress, but you're connected with your higher self during this time, and know you need to be grounded and to go slow with something new. The energy is the Fool and tarot, but with a turtle. I'm picking up on monkey bars. So there is this childlike inspiration. So the sun enters Capricorn in your guys' 12th house. So this makes sense, being connected to the higher self and knowing you need to be grounded. That day, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces. Okay, so this is making sense to me. Sun in Capricorn is conjuncting Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn. 2 days later, Mercury goes retrograde in Sagittarius in the 11th house. And then December 24th, Sun in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your 2nd house. So the energy I'm getting here for Mercury going retrograde in Sagittarius and Sun in Capricorn sextiling Saturn in Pisces is climbing, walking out of this dark cave and towards the light. And there is something you guys see, you want, and spirit is guiding you towards it. Yeah, again, that makes sense to me. I feel like anytime Mercury is in Sagittarius, I know it's in retrograde. However, Mercury being in Sagittarius, this to me always gives me 8 of Wands energy, which is, besides passionate movement, like inspiration, feeling this intuitive nudge from spirit, where it pushes you towards something. It's also, for those of you who feel like you have gifts, clairaudience picks up heavily during this time. And it's also that energy of just being connected with spirit, and being connected to spirit in such a way that you know that you need to go towards this. You know you need to do that. You just feel it strongly. Even though it's in retrograde, I mean, Mercury retrogrades, it really depends on you guys to make this a good thing or bad thing. Mercury retrogrades just talk about rethinking something, coming up with a better strategy, going back to something and rethinking it some more to making it better. And that's what I'm picking up on here. So Mercury going in retrograde in Sagittarius in your guys' 11th house, to me is speaking about making your dreams and desires come true. And it's further confirming it for me with the sun in Capricorn in the 12th house. Your higher self is here. Sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your 2nd house. So there's like this 10 of Cups energy trying to turn into 10 of Pentacles energy, manifesting, like literally manifest. I really like this energy a lot. All right, so then December 26th, we have a full moon in Cancer. Woo-hoo. Full moon in Cancer in your guys' 6th house. And then we have that same day, Venus in Scorpio, excuse me, I apologize, in your 10th house, trining Neptune in Pisces in your 2nd house. Then Chiron goes direct in Aries in your 3rd house. I like that. Goes direct. That same day, we're still on December 26th, Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 2nd house. And then the following day, December 27th, Sun in Capricorn is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 4th house. And then that same day, we have Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius, conjuncting Mars in Sagittarius. So let's get rid of the new moon so it doesn't confuse us. And let's move Mars next to Mercury retrograde so we can see that it is next to each other, which would be the conjunct. Conjunctions are when they're next to each other, having a nice conversation. They're getting along well. They're like da 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 da. So anyway, so Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius in your 11th house is conjuncting Mars in Sagittarius in your 11th house. Okay. And then December 28th, Mars in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 2nd house. And that same day, Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house is sextiling Pluto in Capricorn in your 12th house. So the energy I'm picking up here is a rocket ship with a baby in it and a lot of light. So there's this fast and slow dynamic again, and feeling like an angel is guiding you guys towards something. So I feel like this makes sense because there really isn't too many rough transits with all those, dates I provided with you guys. The only ones that don't look too great is Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius in your guys' 11th house, squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 2nd house, as well as Mars in Sagittarius in your 11th house, squaring Neptune in Pisces. So basically, there's just difficulty at on 2 random days with, I want to say like moving in on your dream or strategizing your dream, but it may just be like those 2 transits may just look like a negative thought or a bad day because everything else is positive. You have the full moon in Cancer in your 6th house on December 26th. Something is being illuminated for you guys in regards to your daily routine, your daily habits, your work life, your health life, something like that. And I feel like it connects to, because you got the 6th and the 12th house connected, right? This is the access. It's connected to something you've been trying to, I want to say, connect with your higher self about. You see what I'm saying here? The full moon is in the 6th house, and then we have the sun in Capricorn in the 12th house. So you guys already have been connected with your higher self already. This is also why, because this is like masculine energy coming through, besides the sun being masculine and the Capricorn energy being masculine. Okay. And it's in your 12th house. This is your mind. This is also a part of you guys that like you see, but you don't see, and it's kind of hard to put into words type of energy. This is also why it's hard to balance this energy, because it's like, there's something you just have to go for. And the way you're able to go for it may be a little bit masculine, and you're recognizing it. I think the full moon energy is something that you guys may help. I think the full moon is going to be illuminating something about what it is you guys have already been seeing. Okay, that's the best way I can put it. And then Venus in Scorpio in your guys' 10th house, trining Neptune in Pisces in your 2nd house. Again, trines are blessings. This is easy energy. 10th house speaks of your career. 2nd house speaks of your money. Again, if it's not career related, then there's something going on with your legacy, how you guys appear, and what you guys value. And then Chiron goes direct. So Chiron is the wounded healer, right? So there was something here that was debilitating you guys in a sense. And now, because it's direct, it's like you guys can see your quote unquote wounds for as they are, and you could deal with them, you can heal them. Whereas maybe seeing your wounds, it was just kind of sitting there, you know, and not really doing much. Like maybe trying to heal them, maybe trying to deal with something in your third house with Aries energy, but not really having much luck with it. But now that it's going direct, it definitely has something to do with whatever's being illuminated for you guys at this time, because it's happening on the same day as the full moon in Cancer. And then Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius, it is squaring Neptune in Pisces. So there's something here where you guys may have some negative self-talk. There's something here about having difficulty seeing something, seeing maybe your plan through. There's something here where there's just a thought that kind of gets stuck, is how I want to put it. Or just being able to see something clearly, okay? And then that same day, Mercury in Sagittarius in retrograde in the 11th house is conjuncting Mars in Sagittarius. So I feel like with Mars and Mercury in retrograde just being next to each other and talking, Mars can be looked at as fast energy, wanting to achieve, wanting to do something. And it can also be looked at as the child, right? Because the child doesn't think, it just does. It does what it wants to do. It gets that energy out. Mercury, let alone being in retrograde, it wants you to think. So the fact that it's in retrograde, it almost like wants to slow down that energy of Mars. Mars wants to act, let alone the fact that it's in Sagittarius. If Mars is in any fire sign, this is going to speak of somebody who wants to act fast, somebody who wants to be passionate, act passionately, or somebody who's feeling passionately, somebody who may act egotistical, may not try to be, or maybe they do, you know, it really depends. But somebody who just wants to act and not really think about it. But there is this energy being called to think about it, is what I'm picking up on. And then Mars in Sagittarius in your guys' 11th house is then squaring Neptune in Pisces in your second house. So you see how there is this block again. It has to do with this wanting to do something fast, wanting to act, wanting to move on something. And it's like Spirit's like, pump the brakes. You know, that's the best way I can put it. Because Spirit, we can look at that as Neptune energy too, right? Intuition, just like Uranus can be looked at as intuition as well. Then we have Venus in Scorpio in your guys' 10th house. This is sextiling Pluto in your 12th house. So it's like it's going back to the mind again. What is it that you really want? How can you guys come into your power? How can you make this, guys, how can you guys make this, turn this into a fruition? And I feel like this is why I'm channeling a rocket ship with a baby in it. And a lot of light. There is definitely something being illuminated for you guys during this time. And it's definitely this energy of wanting to act fast, feeling passionately about something. I think Venus in Scorpio talks about that as well, feeling passionately. But there's this fast and slow dynamic again. And I think it's because of this square energy. And feeling like an angel is guiding you guys towards something. And yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Okay, so December 29th, Venus goes into Sagittarius in your guys' 11th house. And on December 30th, Jupiter goes direct in Taurus in your 4th house. Okay. So the energy I'm channeling here, you guys will be doing the work. You have the tools to get what you want being protected. I see you guys getting to where you want to go, and you may fall back, you may slip, but you'll be fine. You still get to the top of the mountain. I do see periods of isolation, but getting through it and not feeling alone ultimately. I'm seeing you guys having faith in something you're going towards, and I see people, angels, applauding you guys. And leaving the past behind and moving in a new direction that requires work. I was seeing, what is it called? Rock climbing, like, you know, that activity. So there's definitely work involved here. And I feel like with Venus being in the 11th house, first of all, I like that energy a lot. I mean, it really depends what's going on in the chart, the rest of the chart. So it's not so general. But if I had to say, like, Venus being in the 11th house, is this a good energy or not? I feel like this is a good energy. It usually is more times than not. And the fact that Venus can speak of making money or just feeling good, and the 11th house can speak of how you make money through other people, as well as your desires, your dreams, and Venus can speak of love and beauty. I think it's nice. I do. And the fact that it's in Sagittarius, right? And then a day later, Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, goes direct. There's something there's something that's being said about this, and I feel like that's what I'm channeling here. Like, yeah, work will have to be done, but you guys will intuitively know how to get there, what to do. You guys will be able to trust your instincts. I feel like this is why you guys are the hunter this month. And you guys are protected. I do feel like you guys are being divinely guided. And I feel like ultimately you guys are going to get to where you want to go. You may feel a little bit isolated, but you know, not to judge Aquariuses, but I feel like overall Aquarius is like, you guys are fine with this, you know, like, you guys do this to yourselves, right? Like, I feel like I think about this with all my Aquarius friends, and like, there's always periods of isolation where I'm like, where did they go? And it's like, they're fine. I know they're fine. If anyone could do it, it's an Aquarius. Having faith in something you guys are going towards. I see people, angels applauding you guys. Leaving the past behind, moving in a new direction. So yeah, it's definitely like the Fool in Tarot is what I'm picking up on for you guys. So yeah, I want to make sure that I got everything for you guys. I feel like I did, but I'll double check. So it's funny, I decided, I was like, oh, you know what, let me just channel Juno and Lilith being in Virgo throughout the month of December for you guys. And it's in your 8th house. So I am channeling with Juno. Like, I keep seeing it yin yang energy. Like, I keep seeing half black, half white, except with Juno, which can speak of like soulmate energy. It could speak of partnership energy. But it's in your guys' 8th house, and it's in Virgo nonetheless. So basically, I don't know if you guys are involved with anybody, or maybe, I don't know if it's a relationship or hooking up with people, but I'm also getting this hunter masculine energy. So the Juno, I guess, is what I'm trying to say is, behind closed doors, you guys may be acting internally more masculine. Maybe females behind your back are acting masculine. Something like that is going on with the Juno energy in your guys' 8th house, where there is masculine energy, more masculine than feminine. However, ironically enough, with the Lilith energy in the 8th house, I'm getting more of feminine energy, which is funny to me. And Virgo energy is supposed to be like this feminine energy. So, yeah, I don't know. This is what I'm channeling here. So, I think it's just this energy of kind of having this inner battle between not being able to balance the masculine and feminine energy this month, but trying to. Because it has something to do with you guys trying to move up or going towards something. And it's like you guys don't feel like it's possible by... It's either you guys don't feel like it's possible by being in your feminine and masculine energy, or it's just you have difficulty being in both. It's just easier to be in your masculine while going for something. And with the North Node being in Aries and in your 3rd house, I'm picking up on a learning energy. And I know that was one of the themes this month in December, but I'm just picking up on something to do with your local community and just learning. Possibly being in your, I don't want to say masculine energy, but like being more like authoritative or something like that. I think I'm saying that wrong, but there's something about just learning how to be more of a leader, I feel like, in your local community. So maybe displaying more leadership abilities with your neighbors, your cousins, something like that is what I'm picking up on. So let's see, with South Node in Libra in the 9th house. Okay, so I keep seeing it, so I'm just gonna say it, and then I'm gonna end the reading here. With the South Node in Libra in your guys' 9th house, I'm seeing something about this energy of like, kiss my butt. Like, I don't know. So I feel like with the South Node being in Libra, in general, this energy speaks of leaving the energy of trying to please others. So it's a little confusing because it's in your guys' 9th house. So I think of traveling, I think of higher education system, I think of spirituality, but there's something coming through here about I feel like there's this energy of ignoring what others may want to teach you guys. Like, and only listening to yourselves and maybe what it is you want to teach yourselves, or maybe what it is you guys want to learn about. There's something here. It was a little confusing, if I'm being honest with you guys. I feel like there also may be intuitive hits that you guys get from your higher self about people and keeping the peace or the harmony, and you guys may ignore those intuitive hits. There was definitely something up with being spiritually connected with the higher self and getting like intuitive hits about harmony and peace, and I felt like you guys were ignoring it. Which is funny, I guess, to some degree, right? And I feel like this is why the kissing my butt energy was coming through. I don't know, but this is what I'm getting. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that here. So yeah, here we go.